back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. First carry now for David Montgomery. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the Bears getting the road victory, so they'll look now to take the season series here at Soldier Field. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off play action, Fields. He completes it right side to White. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. 2nd down. Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Check.
Back to throw. Fields. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Rodgers. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Chicago. Second and 5.
Now Rodgers.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. Vision and speed, two of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had the play diagnosed perfectly there.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers.
Open man, completes it to Claypool.
And he's got some space here. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
Jones, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Packers have taken the early lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
5-3 their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them, and number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
On play action, Fields.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Here's Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, All he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Play action. It's Fields.
It's caught. This is White. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
This defense for the Packers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
44 is the mic, 44 is mic. Check, check. Oh, you got deep? Check 9, check 9.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. That's complete to Mooney.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
To throw is Fields. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Rodgers now on 1st down.
A check down here to Jones.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers.
Able to hit his target, Claypool. Touchdown! Chase Claypool
With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Well. Well.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
From the 50, here's Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. Montgomery a first down and then some. And finally taken down at the 15.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Rashawn Gary make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Fields now to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
59 Mike, check, 59.
Here's Fields. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
On is Santos for the Bears field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Santos' kick is up and through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And able to complete it to Moreau. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to not.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Let's go, D. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Flushed out right. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Touchdown, Bears! Allen Robinson. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is down to 4. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Rodgers throw there, hauled in by Claypool. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Rodgers going to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And he'll find Moreau here. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line.
A gain of 15.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Working the middle here, that's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
At the 45-yard line.
On play action, Rodgers. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. It's a big play there for Green Bay. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Now Jones, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Packers 24, Bears 10.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Second down and 3. Back to throw. Fields.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
High throw, but the catch is made. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Running left, Montgomery. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Here's Fields.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now it's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Mike, boom, boom. Rapid. 44, Mike, 44. Quit talking about it.
To throw is Fields.
Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
So we got man. 44 is the mic. 44 is Mike. Check. You ain't got nothing.
Fields.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown!
Darnell Mooney.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now Rodgers. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Second and 6. Again, it's Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Throwing now is Rodgers. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. To throw, it's Rodgers. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Packers. Chase Claypool, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. McLaughlin for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Packers 31, Bears 17. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And some space here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Fields going to get this to Montgomery. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st down, it's Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly. And what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Amari Rodgers complete. Still fighting for more. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
First down, Packers.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
They snap it to Fields.
Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.